Hi there, if you want to see how I went from this aquascape to this aquascape, then stick around to the end. Hopefully you enjoy. See you soon. Hello, Geordie Scaper here and welcome to my adventures in aquascaping. So this tank here, which is a 60 centimeter shell aquarium, hardscape only, I'm going to change it up. I'm going to add some epiphyte plants. The concept is a kind of jungle look and add some terrestrial plants as well. So that's the aim of the game with this one. A nice home for the golden white cloud minnows. It's going to be like a dedication to my favourite plant, which is a nubius. So I'm going to use the nubius species, some immersed growth, and we'll see how it goes. But let's just cut the chat, let's get stuck in and do this step by step. So what we're going to do is clean the tank up a little. We're going to reuse the substrate, so we've got the sand and the pebbles here. We're just going to reuse those. We're going to replace the wood using the same wood, Talawa wood, but different pieces. We'll obviously take the fish out, rehome those till the tank's ready. And what I've done is transferred the filter, so this is a Seachem Tidal 35. I transferred that over onto next door aquarium so we don't kill off any of that beneficial bacteria. So that's running. Just give it a quick clean, give the glass a clean, and remove the hardscape we're not going to use and the fish. Let's go. Now that's done, I'm just going to remove some of the pebbles and just readjust the substrate slightly, because I'll probably be putting the filter on this side and having everything flown from right to left this time. Just a piece of wood I've got. I've tried different positions with it when I was looking at it, and I think that's the way it'll suit best. So the flow will go from right to left this time. So I'm just going to take some of the pebbles out. I'm going to take some of the pebbles out and then work with this substrate, see what we can come up with. So no spectacular job there, so let's just go to time lapse again. So I've removed the majority of the pebbles, and there's a lot more than I remember. That's full. Plenty of pebbles to work with. I think what I'm best doing is draining this water and arrange a substrate, so we'll do that now. We'll just get some shape of this substrate. This doesn't have to be ideal. I'm just going to do a flat all the way across for now till I decide which way I'm going to do. I'm going to do a slope, I'm going to keep it straight. I'm not 100% sure yet. I'll know more once I place the wood. So that's all I'm doing here. Just flatten this substrate out. Obviously still pebbles left, it doesn't matter because there's more going in. So there's actually 3 grades of gravel in this. This is Mekong sand from ADA, I think it is. I can't really remember, I think it is. But there's 3 grades, so you got small, medium, large grades. I just thought it would go nice for the pebbles. So now that's all mixed together, we've got a unique mixed sand substrate mix. So time to do the hardscape, and this is the main piece of wood I'll be using. This is Talawa wood, same as the wood I actually took out, but a lot bigger and more detailed piece, which I've taken from a scape I've recently broke down. So I'm going to use this, get the best hardscape I can, and what I want to do with this one is give it some more height. One thing I didn't like about the last scape was it was a little bit low. With the scapes next to it being higher, it used to bug us. So I want to try and create some height. As I was saying earlier, we're going to add some terrestrial plants to the branches, etc., and see how it looks. So let's go, let's see what we can come up with. So my initial thoughts was to have something coming from right to left. I just like the detail of the wood, so we'll give it a go. It better fit. Yeah, it just fits. So I'll just have a mess around. So I'll come off the microphone, you don't want to hear my heavy breathing while I'm skating. the main wood and it ended up totally different what I had in mind, but I suppose that's the beauty of hardscaping. Once you start, different ideas come and go, and I don't know, for some reason I just felt this fan type of hardscape was working out. It's got the height I mentioned, it's got some nice nooks and crannies for the plants to be added. I think I'm happy with that. Certain things I'm not so sure about, it's a little bit too close to the glass, but I can still get in for maintenance. I can use a razor and get down there, so there's a good open space for the fish, which I like. That's nice and open, so we'll try and keep the plants more to the back and keep that nice and open for the fish to swim. I had to adjust this slightly. I took it a little bit further back to allow space for the filtration, so that's the best place for the filter. We'll get good flow there still. Obviously the flow is going to get blocked at the back with the hardscape, but I think all in all the filtration for the amount of water that's in is easily good enough for this. So next job is to start adding some details with the rounded pebbles and get some good securing points to glue this down. Although we'll probably get away with not gluing. I don't think it'll float because there's that much wood out the water, but I'm going to secure it anyways for when I'm doing maintenance and I don't knock anything. So yeah, let's start adding those details with the pebbles. When it comes to adding the pebbles, I'm not going to be too particular. I'm just going to tumble them in, sort of thing. So not picking certain pebbles, try and get a more natural look. And I don't want to go crazy on the pebbles. I want a nice clean front. So unlike last time we used all of these, this time nope. But like I say, I do need to try and make some securing points as well. Might just be a case of, I don't know if you can see this, we'll just actually glue this piece of wood to that piece and it's going to stay nice and secure. There's 2 points we can hit. We can use the paper towel liquid glue method, glue here, and there's a point up the top there, so just glue there and there. That'll keep that nice and secure, and we know it's not going to go anywhere during maintenance. So that's one thing I will do. But for now, I'll just add these pebbles. Just finishing up here. So it's turned out we've got an island style aquascape with cobbles, pebbles and sand, and I'm quite pleased with it. I think it looks okay. What I've done as well on this side, what I've done here where I'm working now, I've pushed the stones right underneath, particularly the larger pebbles, and that'll keep that secure so it doesn't slip forward. So the stones serving a dual purpose: security, think we're dormant, secure the wood and provide some extra detail to make it look natural. So that's how it's looking so far. I think the job for now is get the glue out, the tissue paper, and secure some pieces in place. I mentioned 2 points I was going to glue before, so it's just here. I'm going to place some tissue paper here and just there, and that'll keep that super secure during maintenance. We know that wood's not going to fall. So we'll just grab with tissue paper, kind of like nip that in, or what we'll do is place it on top. If I can. Yeah, it's in. And we'll just sit this wood on a piece. See that there? We'll add the glue. Same with this top piece. Just add some glue. It's not smoked as much as it usually do because the wood's wet. When the wood's nice and dry, you see loads of smoke come up when it reacts. So now, although it's not like super secure, it's not going to go anywhere because before it was just falling as soon as I touched it. I think what we'll do now is try and secure this bigger stone. We can secure that there. Like I say, it's mainly for maintenance. During maintenance I don't want to be knocking stuff all the time, so I'm just going to do this now off camera and I'll get back here on the next stage with the plans. That's it, secured in quite a few points, and I'm pretty confident that wood won't go anywhere now. But word of advice, wear gloves. Look at that. I slipped with some glue and my phone won't recognise it now. I've got fingerprint on my phone. But yeah, wear gloves guys, wear caution. Okay, so on to the plants now. We've got Nubius california, which is a stunner. I love the large leaf of this. So there's a couple of pieces of that. So Nubius california and Anubias petite. This is really popular plant. So we're going to have these Anubias species as well as some terrestrial plant. I'm going to use a pothos and attach that to various points on the top, and what'll happen there, the pothos roots will bleed in the water and then take their nutrients from the water column and grow. I've got it on a couple of tanks now and I absolutely love it, so I'm going to do the same with this one to give it some height, but also I'm hoping to attach some to the light stand there, and we'll train that to the light stand and we'll have some gorgeous terrestrial growth of the pothos as well as a larger leaf size of the Anubias, so nice jungle look. So hopefully it turns out nice. Let's get planting. First up, I'm going to add the largest piece, and I'm just going to squeeze that right at the back of the centre, and eventually what I'll do, the roots will take hold onto the wood. So this is an epiphyte. Epiphytes are plants that attach itself to wood and stone, so you don't want to bury this plant in soil or gravel. You want this so it's just attached or squeezed into gaps amongst wood and stone, and the roots, like I was saying earlier, will feed off the water column. I've got a little small piece here that should squeeze into there. Nice, perfect. This next piece of california I would like to place around about there, but we want to place it here. Hopefully leaves grow downwards and in between these pieces of wood. It's kind of like training your plants to the wood. So just a couple of pieces of the smaller Anubias petite. I'm just going to place that one there. This next piece I want to place here, and this will be nice and shaded as well because Anubias does well in shade. It actually prefers shaded areas, so we'll place that there. I could probably do with one more, so I might pick up one and place that around this area somewhere. I think it needs it. I've just asked my friend Alexa, that's the voice Alexa, not my friend Alexa, and she says that Anubias does grow above water well, so yeah, hopefully, because that'll look great. So now I'm just coming over to my trusty golden pothos plant, and I'm going to look for a point where I can snip it off. So I want nice sharp scissors, and we're going to look for a node and do a nice clean cut when I find it. I think that's the one. So there you go. So we've got a node there, and that's where we'll get growth from. So the roots, which we place in the water, the roots will attach and we'll get new growth. It's really easy to propagate this plant, and this is why I'm using it. So what I'm going to do is look for a place, the initial place to put this. We'll just jam this at the back. The roots will be in the water, and then we're going to train this plant around the wood and the stand of the light. So I'll mess with that. All I'm going to do is use cable ties to attach that to certain points, and that should be it. One other point about using a terrestrial plant like pothos, it's really good for your water. It's going to be natural filtration for your water. The roots that will grow in the water will take up all them excess nutrients, so nutrients off when you're giving fertilization or the waste that comes from the fish. Overall, brilliant plant, natural filtration. I've just removed this and put it on the other side of the light bracket because I think I've got more points I can train the actual stem to. So I'll just place one there. You see, a cable tie is not too tight. You don't want to damage the stem of the plant. We'll cut this later on, and we'll take one over this side. Nice little spot there. There's actually new leaf growing there, if you can see. So we've got this new leaf that came not so long ago, and if I put that on the light, there's another one. Excellent. So we'll attach this. Again, not too tight. So there you go. So that's all attached. All the pothos leaves are above the water. The roots are in the water. Well, when it develops roots, they'll grow in the water. And yeah, I'm happy with that. In no time we'll have plenty of new leaves, which I'll keep you updated on months down the line. Yeah, that's it done. So I'm just going to clean up and fill, and I'll get back to you. Well, I just had a bit of a nightmare off camera. I was the last jug of filling and everything just flowed. So I've been messing off camera. I've had to take some of the water out, cut little bits off, and I've weighed it down with a stone for the time being. So it just goes to show you got to take your time securing as much as possible. What I find hard with this, because I was using only small pebbles, it's hard to attach. If you're using larger stones, it's easier to attach. You know that's going to weigh it down, but it makes it a bit more tricky when they're just small pebbles and cobbles. There's a little tip you can get from there. You might want to use larger rocks somewhere hidden to attach. And yeah, it happens. I was a bit stressed, but I thought, it's not the end of the world. But I've sorted it for now. So once things settle, I'm going to add the fish, and I'll give you some nice footage of how it looks in a couple of days. And obviously there'll be updates as time goes on. Stress is over. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it's given you some inspiration, some ideas how you can create something simple, get that nice jungle effect with using large leaf plants and some nice terrestrial growth above it as well. Which once that takes, that'll look brilliant. If you're watching this, as always, really do appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Blah. Does help though. So for now, see you later guys. Enjoy the footage. Bye.